Hey, we back in it with another episode of Motivational Shit Podcast. Let's get it, man. And hey, first of all, allow me to introduce another one of our co-hosts, right? Who's going to be a familiar face, is going to be a part of Motivational Shit. I'd like to give my introductions to the brother Q, right? Also, his IG, Crystallized Visions.
Yes, sir.
Yes, man. Welcome, Q. Welcome.
What's up? Yeah, I'm Q, Crystallized Vision. Crystallized Vision Studios is a business page, so y'all tap in. I'm going to be another light worker, another person to kind of tap in and just kind of shed light on the situation. It's not my first time dealing with a podcast, but I'm loving motivational shit. I'm big on the motivational shit. I feel like the whole world needs motivational shit, so I'm here to motivate. Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, you know, I want to shine the light to my brother right here, Director Huey G, man. This is the film guy.
What's going on?
Director chair, bro.
Man, feel good.
What's good?
Back, man. I'm good. What's good? How everybody feeling?
Hey, everyone's feeling all right?
Man, feeling good, man.
Okay,
great.
Got special guests in the building, you know.
Hey,
we ready.
Definitely. Okay. And we're about to jump right ahead with motivational shit, man. So allow me to introduce, this is a queen, a goddess here, right? She is the creator of Bright Lights Live. She is a journalist, a consultant, man. She's just about her business, man. Let's give it up to Jessica, man. Jam Good Living. Let's get it.
Hey, let's get it.
Let's get it. You said her name was Jam Good Looking. That's what you said.
No. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you.
That's what Wayne told me about.
I love it. It is such an honor to be on motivational shit. I know that's the type of lifestyle we want to portray and want to give, and I'm just so excited and so proud of you for taking your idea and really putting it out into the world.
Hey, definitely. Hey, I couldn't do it without without the help of Yale Radiocast, man, without the help of Director Huey G, because really both me and Director Huey G, man, we both decided, like, you know, because like we was wanting to make some Zoom calls or something like that. We was thinking, and we both came up with the name, you know what I mean? Inspired by rap shit.
Thanks,
you know, he's shout outs to Issa Rae, you know what I'm saying?
Love that.
Yeah,
love that,
definitely. So, you know, we just want to get a, spin on it, you know, and I appreciate our new addition, Q, you know.
Yes, sir. I'm happy to tap in. I'm already liking the vibes already. Motivational shit. We got a beautiful, guest for my first time on the show. We got a beautiful guest, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like the energy. I like the studio. The studio look good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited. I'm excited. This is motivational shit.
Hey.
This is motivational shit.
Hey, exactly. So, before we go ahead and get into it, man, want to shout out CEO Zeke, man. I see the focus on breathing.
Hey, focus on breathing.
Hey,
you gotta tap into the brand. I don't think I did this logo, but I did all of the rest of CEO Zeke's logos. You know, I tapped in with him. We had an event going on, the Woke Back. So tap into the Woke Back. It's basically just where a whole bunch of woke folks come together and we do woke shit. You know what I'm saying? we breathe, we meditate, we focus on breathing, and try to get them chakras aligned. Summertime's coming back up, so we finna be kicking it off in a minute. So y'all tap in. You know what I'm saying? Get ready for that.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yes,
oh,
sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nice.
Summertime.
That part.
Yo, speaking of summertime, Jessica, what do you? Well, first off, tell everybody who is unfamiliar what you do. Everything you do.
Got you.
All the light you share.
Got you. All right. Well, hey everybody. I'm Jessica A. Ross, Mrs. Jam Good, and I am a happiness coach and creative consultant. My biggest passion in life is reminding you that you are God as you, and it is about living the best life possible. That's why I say life is so jam good, because it reminds me that for me, it's good for me specifically. My name at birth, Jessica Elena McPhail, Jam.
Wow.
good. So it's good specifically for me, and it inspires other people to create their own what is good for them, what feels good to them. I have a bachelor's of science in theater performance studies, dance communication, and marketing.
Me too.
So my background,
Amen.
I like it. I like it. Education is powerful because what you do is you get to learn something and then allow your whole entire body to possess it and then to pass it on. And so I used my schooling in acting as my base, and then I have people get silly and get out of their heads, back into their bodies, and then back into their minds and their hearts. And so my whole point and purpose is to create different products, different services, and different experiences so that you tap into the good that God has already promised.
Amen.
And
I say.
I say.
Amen.
I say amen. All that. All the above. I like that.
Hey man, that was a amen. That was a hallelujah. That was God, man.
Glory.
Okay, so you preaching the word on the Sunday, man.
Right, you know.
Hey, all right, Jessica. All right, okay. Wow.
Jam good living.
Because life is so damn good.
I like it. I like it. I love it.
So,
I
what's
love
your inspiration behind everything that you're doing?
Well, honestly, because I hadn't had a jam good life to begin with. You know, I went through, well, you don't know, but I went through a lot of different things in my life growing up. I was first molested at 5 and had like 13 years of inappropriate relating in a way where I wasn't in control of my understanding of life. And I also went into this state of feeling like I needed to be validated by others. I needed to find love outside of myself, and that kind of turns into a self-hate on the low. Like, you know, when you don't love yourself so much so that you're looking for other people to love you, that's real self-denial. And so what I realized is I needed to change because I got everything I wanted in life. In terms of, I got the husband, I got the son first, we were living in California, life was good. Like, I went to the beach in the mornings, life was good, but I was still miserable. Like, I was still sad.
Where did that misery come from at that point in your life?
Because I didn't consider myself in what I was creating. So I didn't have a self-aware, let me chase this dream, let me go after this because this fulfills me, because this lights me up. It was, well, I need to have a life that does this, so let me do that. Like, it wasn't based on or around how I feel or how I would want to show up. And so I really needed to switch things around because I recognize that you can get everything you want, and if you haven't included yourself, it's nothing that you need.
Wow. So you had the I guess the white picket fence, the sand beach, the kid, the husband, but you still wasn't happy.
Yeah, I checked off everything. I got a degree.
Wow.
Yeah, California.
I did the things. I did all of the things. Like, all the things that are supposed to satisfy the female person, I did it. And it was nothing.
So what's bringing you happiness at this point in life?
Following an internal feeling of this lights me up. Like, when I got the opportunity, when Lightworker Wayne talked to me about this, I checked myself. Does this feel like this would light me up? Does this feel like this would increase my life or expand me in any way? If I feel like I'm in a room and I can go like this, and nobody's going to be like, what's going on? Nobody, you know, like, it's not going to be an environment where there'd be pressure against my wanting to show up and my wanting to be, then I'm here. And I knew it. It was going to be this kind of, I can just be, I can just present.
I can realize that because somebody that's in theater and somebody that has a lot of light, you can definitely be in situations where you feel like your light is being, like, squished. Like, you feel like people are trying to step on your light and you can't fully express yourself, especially being a theater major. I know that you're probably very expressive.
Yes.
And I can resonate with that. So it's probably I guess hands-on, exactly what are you doing to express your life on a day-to-day basis that's making you feel more alive than being on a beach with your son and your husband?
Well, I would say it starts when I first wake up. The first things I say is thank you, God, for another day, because I know that it's full of things that will go my way. I'm so grateful for this home that is over my head and all the great memories I get to make here. Yeah. I go into this place of just being so thankful. And that starts everything off of, like, this feeling that I am provided for. So then I follow that feeling throughout the day. So I do journal writings in the morning. That's every day. I got to check that off for my sanity. I write out things, and it's basically a thank you letter to God every morning. And then after that, I have time with my son. You know, we hang out, we chill, we do breakfast, we get ready for the day. And we are always on the way to school saying today's going to be a great day. Today's going to be a great day. And then after I drop my son off, I follow what feels good, literally. So sometimes it's going to the gathering spot and getting some work done. Sometimes it's going to my studio and practicing with some of my camera equipment. I really am just following the leading of what feels good to me. And I would say that I got into theater because that was my way of controlling how people saw me. That was the first level of trying to be validated. That was what I did because now I can control how you saw me. Or so I thought, because you can't really control anything but your own thoughts and your own perspectives. And I had to grow into that.
I wanna touch on something that you said that's very key, Jessica, and that's amazing. Because see, you know, we live in a world where so much people is seeking things outside of themselves, and in your testimony, when you had the white picket fence and everything, but you had to go within and correct some things to really fulfill that. And I want to just really touch on that because, like, man, and you know, as a world, we so caught up on just physical, materialistic bullshit. Titles, labels, this and that, and rarely do we go inside our own universe, our own inner world, and discover the beauty in that and correct some things, you know, from your journey, from how you started, you know, the unfortunate event that happened when you was younger to, you know, and I'm sure you addressed that, you dealt with that, you did the inner work. And that's what I really want to, you know, just talk about, you know, and I want people to understand that no matter what age, race, class, no matter what degrees, how much money you got, you can't neglect the inner world. You got to pay attention to that inner self. You know, you got to put that light back into you.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I ended up doing it backwards because I submitted myself to a situation without knowing myself. And so that will never yield a profitable, I mean, of course, God is good, so I'm still blessed and I'm in a really great situation. But, like, if I were to do it again, I would advise myself to understand what point of view I want to live out. Because that's when things changed for me. When I decided the point of view that I want to live, because everything, and this is my understanding of things, everything is on a spectrum.
Yeah.
Because you can have the best of having money to the worst of having money. The best of having no money to the worst of having no money. So anything and everything is on a spectrum. And we get to choose where we live or perceive we're on the spectrum. And so I would tell me to pick the place and the character that you want to be in the story that you want to tell. And that story should come from a place of what your perspectives are. And so that's when I got into life is so damn good. Life is good. Like, life is good, and that's my perspective. And so now everything is funneled through what feels good to me, what is good to me, what is that? Because the character I'm playing is somebody who's the evidence of life being so damn good.
Life being so... Yo.
Do you have T-shirts? Say that?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
They are in print, actually, like right now.
Yeah, it's on
Okay.
the shirt.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
I feel like you made that up. Are they really in?
No, they really are. No. They really are, which is really funny because, like, literally the last event that happened to exchange, because I am growing out of bartering. You got to pay me now.
Period.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah.
I am growing out of bartering,
Yeah.
and I feel like there's going to be a celebration at some party. But my last barter was in exchange for, like, sponsoring a large event in my studio. We literally had that event yesterday, and so now is the time to say what I want printed. So it is literally happening now, and I'm so excited for it.
That's what's up.
Hey, with the whole life is good, man. Let's bring it back to that Nas joint, man. Excuse me, just real quick, because Nas created the album Life is Good back in the early 2000s, and that's after his divorce with Khalif. After his divorce, and he created the album called Life is Good. You know what I'm saying? You know, going through troubling times and being able to still say life is good, like, that's very empowering.
Yeah,
you know?
I love what you said about perspective too. I feel like having a perspective is so powerful. Because you can choose to look at it as a half, like what's it saying? The cup is half full, or you can look at it like it's half empty. So going from a perspective of, damn, I'm sad, or well, I am kind of sad, but at the same time, damn, I'm really happy too. and kind of tweaking your mindset. It's almost like you have to trick your mind into saying, damn, I'm happy, and then take on a character that believes in that happiness. So that's powerful because you have to put on the ego, because we all are just energy, life force, pieces of God just floating around in this universe. But it's very important that you pick a character that's conducive to your environment and your situation to live, because at the end of the day, we all are, our inner child, protecting that inner child and our inner selves. You have to create an ego that's strong enough to protect that inner child, that, especially from your perspective, I know was a child that might have been vulnerable, had to submit to things that you didn't want to do. So you had to build a strong character, and that's very powerful. That's very, very powerful.
I would say, to your analogy, like, the glass is half full or half empty, one of the things that I've been teaching myself is you own the kitchen.
Hey, hell yeah!
So I'll go get some more water.
You own the
damn kitchen. Hey,
whatever it is that you would like, remember that you own the kitchen.
You own the kitchen.
Like you can go to the refrigerator if you don't want water.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? If you want a bigger glass, if you like the whole picture, if you I
want some carrot juice.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you like, you own the whole kitchen. Yeah. So please don't fret about like where it is that you are in this glass point. Okay. If we're saying the glass is half full for a specific situation, it is now understanding that the back step of life is so good from this whole perspective. So let's find the good in this moment.
Okay.
That's kind of how I go.
I love that. That made me think about you, like you being somebody saying like, how they be like, you all that in a bag of chips. You think you all that in a bag of chips? I'm all that in the whole kitchen.
Yeah, I'm all that in the whole grocery store. Like,
and I own the kitchen.
Yeah, and I own the kitchen.
And I own the kitchen. I love it.
Is that I'm all that, and I can manufacture the chips. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about I'm all that, and I'm the potatoes they come from.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like it is really about expanding. It's so funny. I've been listening to Reverend Ike. I don't know if you've heard.
Yeah.
Okay, Reverend Ike is this pastor
yet.
from like the 80s who was teaching the mental prosperity. A lot of the things that he talked about were in slogans so that our community would latch on to them.
Okay.
And I just was thinking, like, the way that we can communicate any ideas is package it up in like candy form. And we as melanated people, we love sounds, rhythms. Okay. Like we love things that come like
that
this.
Jam.
So that jam. You know what I'm saying? It's in our bones. It's all of that. So anytime that I can try to disseminate information that I've gathered from my living, because that's all we're here for as humans. We're here to gather and to share, to
disseminate,
like to
what
pass
that
it
mean?
around.
What that mean?
That's the same thing as to share. So you got it. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. But it is for us to remember that anything we package in our mind begins to us like an Amazon package. So in our mind, we're thinking about something. It's almost like scrolling through Amazon and ordering. And you know how sometimes they have like 2-day shipping. Sometimes it has like, we'll be here before 10 and 6 tonight or 6 and 10 tonight. Or and then some is like, that'll be in 2 weeks. Yeah. There is a time delay from when you think something. But you have to begin to believe that your mind is the Amazon order form. Okay. And that the packages show up. Because when you order something on Amazon, even if it says it's going to be here next month, you are not threatened anymore by it not coming. You are not afraid of this thing that you've said you want and you've paid for. It's not going to show up. You trust Amazon. Amazon's going to show up. And if it doesn't, you're going to have, that they have protocols for if you don't, if you get your money back, they ship you the wrong thing, like all that type of stuff. And I'm wanting to help our community develop that kind of faith with the God that exists within.
Period. That's fucking powerful.
Definitely. Let's talk about your show, The Bright Lights Live.
Yes.
And you interview people. Tell us about the process about that.
I love that. Well, Bright Lights Live with Jessica A. Ross is a show that I started back in 2013. I did it live at first. But I had problems with trying to get an editor, so I had like lots of episodes and it was just sitting. Then when the pandemic happened and it was just me, my husband, and my son, and California decided to shut down for real, I needed something to help me practice and help me learn. Okay. And I know that conversations are the best place to find out new information and allow your mind to expand. And so I wanted to create a platform and make it live because that's one of my favorite things, to be live. Like live and go. It's improv. and action. Yes, and is everything that you have to do. So Bright Lights Live began with just an interview segment where I was highlighting like-minded people and making sure that it was something that we had as a conversation. Like, we are going to have a conversation about your mind. What do you think? What are your perspectives? And then I expanded it because I've actually had now over 200 episodes of it. Wow. And they're almost all an hour long. Oh, yeah, it's been so much fun. I've learned so much, too. Like, this is an expansion of that show. Yes. Because he was a guest on my show, and that relationship just began to be. Now we include an interview, a plug session, an improv game specific for each one of my guests, and then we do a live work session.
Improv game.
Yeah, because it is. Oh, improv is everything, and that's kind of like one of my life philosophies. Life is improv. It really is.
Period.
Yes, and is how we have to live.
So it birthed in L.A.?
Well, yeah, it birthed in L.A. I was in my room. Really just talking to people for. I did it with I think 30 days straight for the first time. Then like. The seasons were ridiculous because COVID, we ain't had nothing else to do. Nothing.
Exactly, ain't nothing else to do. And I like how you became an alchemist, transmuted that bad Dark World saga into something positive.
Decimated and all this stuff.
For sure. Well, I also saw that people were looking for some kind of entertainment. Yeah. And I was looking for some kind of entertainment, but I didn't find the kind of conversations that I wanted out there. And I will actually credit my friend Tyler Chronicles, who was a comedian here in Atlanta, because he started doing his shows, like just put his phone right in front of him, talk to the world. Yeah. And I was like, yo, I could make my show like that.
It's simple. Yeah. It's simple. It's really just consistency, and I think getting over your ego. That's why it's so important for you to build the ego. If you're going to be you're gonna do motivational shit, and you're gonna go out and talk to people and try to motivate people out of their funk. You have to be able to develop an ego that's powerful enough to do it. Because if you sit down and just listen to your inner world and it's not strong enough, you don't have a powerful enough confidence in yourself. You'll
wait, pause. You said Godfidence.
Yeah, you gotta have Godfidence.
I am with that.
Yeah, you feel
that's like God confidence. Like,
you gotta have God confidence.
I'm with it.
And then you have to get him to basically bless you with the ego, bless you with the person, and you want to be genuine. You don't want to just completely say, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to go crazy with the ego. You want to have an ego that's accurate to you. That's why I'm big on astrology. I'm big on astrology because I feel like astrology helps you kind of narrow down who am I, you know what I'm saying, to a certain extent. I know some people kind of weave with the astrology. I love astrology. I feel like it's everything. So, you just got to develop an ego that you can go into the world and say, I'm that shit. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. And I'm going to attack the world, and I'm going to be confident in myself. And I know that if my confidence wavers, my confidence can't waver, because I know what he said, I know what he told me, and I know that I'm chosen. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what the world might say, I know I'm chosen, and I know I have a purpose. So
that's beautiful. Like, and one thing, and I just want to pause. I am surrounded by black men who have light in their eyes, and I am so here for that. The fact that you all know your worth. You know what you can share. You know what you can give. You know what you have to offer. Like, good job and keep going.
Thank you.
I wanted to just pause and just say that real quick.
Yeah. And the same to you. I see the light in your eyes, and see, the eyes are the windows to the soul, and that's one of the most significant things about like being a TV show host and kind of going into the world and trying to be a speaker and trying to be a people person and trying to open up the light in people. You see the darkness in people. So it's like, damn, I don't even like really opening my energy up to everybody like that sometimes. But that's where you got to make your own individual light extremely powerful. Your light has to be so powerful that it can blast the darkness away. That's the only way to really go into that world and say, I'm going to be strong. And I see your light.
It's interesting because you said blast the darkness away. If anything, it would just be blast the lightness so bright. Because if we ever are trying to be anti-dark, that's giving power to the dark.
Yeah, you gotta balance it.
It would just really be light to light. You know what I'm saying? And it's so funny that you said that you can't give it to everybody. I have a best friend of mine who has been helping me develop the idea that I am important enough that there are criteria before you get around me. And it's not because I feel like I'm higher than you or better than you. No, we're all human. We're all the same. But I have done work with me. And you said that I did the work. I am doing the work. This is a constant thing. I got therapy.
Life is a doing.
You know, I do it's a doing. It's an active thing. So in understanding that how you activate yourself needs to be from the energetic ideas of things. Like you are first energy.
Okay.
And understanding that your energy is set by what you perceive.
Exactly.
And understanding that that's the remote control of your whole entire life.
Yeah.
How you perceive things.
And speaking of that, let's go ahead. I like what you said. You see a room full of black men with a lot of light. Let's get into our controversial topic today, motivational.
I know, right?
Across the age spectrum, trust me, I've done them all. They are not positioned to protect nor provide because of some of the statistics we just talked about. They're not earning the incomes. They're not having the resources, and some of them are not even showing up in the leadership.
Would you date a bus driver? Would you date
if
a bus
he owns
driver?
the bus? If he owns it. If he owns the bus.
See, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. Okay. Because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking about him laying on his sofa playing video games all day. I'm not talking about that. But the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women and who they are in this society. I would date a bus driver if he loved driving the bus, if he was a man of integrity, if he was good to his mama, if he treated me well, I would date a bus.
That you've said that you cannot teach a man or tell a man how to be a man. So I will not ask you to indict men in this question.
Okay. Huey, I want to hear your perspective first on it.
I'm gonna pass it right now.
Huey gonna pass it, bro.
Phone a friend.
Q real quick, man. All right. Q, go ahead. What's your perspective?
My perspective on that is, I'll say society right now is jaded. I feel like a lot of people, I'll say a lot of young women and a lot of young men. I feel like the whole world is powered by money. People are very money hungry. People are very give me this and I give you that. And I feel like we lost touch of just the simplicity of loving one another and the respect that comes with having a passion or just having a job and doing it. You know what I'm saying? And just being there for your job. So I get it. I get her perspective in the sense of like, okay, I wouldn't date a bus driver because she might make 6 figures a year or she might make X amount of money per year. But I feel like it's wrong to just say no to somebody because of what they make. But, to each his own, she can live her life how she want to live. It might be a great bus driver. He might have a lot of great qualities. But if you feel like financially your man has to make a certain amount, I can't really tell you you're wrong. So it is what it is.
Strongly agree with Q.
Okay. I would like to know. I'd like to hear the opinion of Dylan Yale of the Male Review.
Trouble. Here come trouble.
Wayne, you gonna do this? All right. Okay, so I like the youthful energy in the room with this topic. Everybody knows I'm the old man here. I've done my fair share of relationships that go up and down, and I think in this new day and age in society, we have got kind of separated, and everybody has become selfish. Everybody is talking about what somebody can do for me, and hate the conversation of what I do for them. And what we hear a lot of is, he needs to own the bus for me. Well, motherfucker, do you own a bus? You want me? I think people should, and every relationship is different. Okay, so like in my relationship, I currently pay the lion's share of the bills. I will never exclude what my wife does because what she brings to the table, it balances our household. So I would say this: focus on what you're going to bring and contribute to the relationship, while what you contribute to the relationship, you help that person bring what they have as well, because they're going to need your help. If you want a man that's going to own the bus, well, help the motherfucker get the bus.
That part.
Get on the team.
Be a team. You know, like at the end of the day, everybody need to stop being so goddamn selfish about me, I want. Because if we really go into what everybody wants, nobody is truly going to get everything they want from one person. Now that's a different conversation. I'm getting out of y'all show.
So what do you have to say about all that? And what's your perspective, Jessica?
Well, I understand both sides because I can understand both motivations. So it seems as if the First Lady's motivation was about the lifestyle that would be presented off rip. So starting off, what's my lifestyle like? Okay. And so if you're doing that as part of what you're doing, yes, be concerned about a bus driver, because a bus driver would have a cap at what he can make, especially if he's just a bus driver and he doesn't have a part-time job. He doesn't have an entrepreneurial lens or lean to where he's like trying to hustle something else. Like I can see if that's where you're going with what you're doing and why you're doing it. I can also see Ianla's point in terms of like, if this man is a good man, his occupation doesn't eliminate him from the running of being with me. It would be about the character that he is, the person that he is in his world, and how he treats the people he loves, which would be what, if you're going for like the lifestyle over a long part, like if you're looking at the lifespan of a lifetime, who the person is matters a lot more than what they do, because even a bus driver won't be able to bus drive for the rest of his life.
You'll be a bus driver and beating your ass. Now you got to abuse a bus driver, but you got a bus driver.
Yeah, so for me, I think when it comes to looking at men, and this is from having the experience of doing it all backwards in terms of I was looking for the type of lifestyle that I wanted. You know, I married a man who was in college, so I didn't get him after he got a lot of money. I knew that we were going to grow it together, but I did think about, like, how are you going to grow? Yeah. He's in the tech world. Oh, you're going to keep growing. Like,
yes.
Like, you're going to keep growing. Like, I had to be somewhat calculated, especially where I was when I was looking for that. I was all calculated about how it was going to go. But me now, I would say, well, how do I get to add? Because here's the thing, I want to be able to add something to my husband. I want to be able to have my existence be beneficial to him, be exactly what he needs as in that wife role. Like, I would now consider, what does that man need as somebody who's partnering with him? Because honestly, I might not be the right partner for him and vice versa. But so that would be more of my concern than what he makes, especially because I'm going to go get her. And we just said you're going to pay me. So I'm going to go get that money if need be. It just would be about what type of man are you and what can I offer? Like, can I be myself with you and that be exactly what you need to succeed as the man you want to be?
That's some motivational shit.
God, that's jam good.
Hey, that's jam good. Yo, I'm gonna definitely give my perspective. Yes. But before I do, make sure, man, our viewers subscribe to the Vibe of Jam Good. Jessica, she's bringing the light, bringing some knowledge, man, awareness, man. Definitely subscribe to the Vibe of Director Huey G, Made Solid TV, Yale Entertainment, The Mail Review, and my boy Q, Crystallized Visions, man. So my ex, she was one of the women that just wanted me to do everything. You know, she didn't want to bring nothing, didn't want to bring no assets, even though she did have some assets. But
see what you did there.
I saw it, yeah.
Bars, you know. But she didn't want to bring anything. You know what I'm saying? I gave her space to where she could find herself. I was pulling energy. You know, I was trying to do everything that I can, but you know, she was just selfish. She wanted this type of lifestyle, didn't want no one. She wanted this type of lifestyle, but didn't want to add anything to it. So, you know, with I disagree with women that have that perspective that's not going to bring anything to the table. Because how are we, you know what I'm saying? And everything in society is pulling the black community from family. You know what I'm saying? Family. You have this role, I have this role. Let's build each other up. You know what I'm saying? My significant other that I'm with now, you know, she has the assets and she has the knowledge. She has the wisdom. You know, she's good more on the financial tip, more on the business. So she feeds me that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? She feeds me that, and I'm able to grow from that. I'm able to expand on that. So, you know, it's just nice, refreshing, you know, hearing a fellow woman that's married that is committed to her family and that's thinking about the family unit. You know, that's what our African brothers do, and that's why they have so much wealth. That's why those brothers are successful, man. That's what the Caribbean was focused on. So as Black Americans, we got to focus on the family unit. You know, it ain't just about I.
You know, I gotta hit that because that's extremely powerful, and it's the teamwork aspect of it that I feel like is missing from so many households. People, black women and men, and just I think the whole community in a whole has forgotten how essential teamwork is. You see the Mexicans, you see the Indians, you see the Arabians. They team up. They come here all the way from China, Europe, wherever they come from, and they beat us economically because they know how to structure a team structure. Retire, get a restaurant, get a gas station. They know how to, you know, move that wealth together as a family. Or you might see 10 Mexicans, respect to all my vatos, you know what I'm saying, all my peoples. I got a lot of, you know, Mexicans and Puerto Rican friends, so I got big respect for them. But they'll pull up 5-6 deep in one truck and do your concrete, do your lawn maintenance, do everything for you, and make all kinds of money. And they split it as a family, as a unit, as a team. They build that money up, put it in a bucket. They got trust funds and all that stuff like that. Black people still trying to figure this out, and this is our land. We're in our space. It's crazy that we're struggling so much still. You know what I'm saying? And other people from other lands are able to come here and beat us economically when this is really our land. This is really our space. We ought to be doing that. We ought to be killing everybody. But we're so conflicted. We're so we in competition with our lovers. That's what's so crazy. Women in competition with us. How you in competition with your man? We supposed to be together as a unit. You supposed to be my ultimate team member, and you trying to fight with me. That's crazy. We have to fix that. We got to change that as a community. We have to, or else we gonna get washed away in the next couple of years.
But that comes with having a goal.
Real.
Like, think about a team. Like, a team who goes to championship has been focused on the championship. They've been practicing for the championship. They've been playing for the championship. They've been thinking. Everybody, the practice team been.
It's okay to be Dennis Rodman. Just rebound.
Know your job.
Know your role.
Know your job.
But see, okay, so that makes the team element now like 3 or 4-fold. First fold, know what kind of player you are, right? Well, and actually, that's second fold. First fold, know what game you're playing. Because, like, if you don't know the game you're playing, doesn't matter what role you want to play, because I'm going to be a corner, you know what I'm saying, and you're playing basketball. Doesn't work.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
This is not going to work. It's just not. So
you do not understand
you do not understand what's going on. So it would be know the game you're playing, know who you are as the player, and then it would be like know who your teammates are. Because here's the thing. All black folks aren't the same. Yeah. And we all don't want the same thing. So not everybody is supposed to be on your team for what you want. Like, not to say that we all can't elevate everybody, because everybody's supposed to be elevated, yes. But the idea that certain people are supposed to be on your team, it comes from understanding what game you're playing and who you are. Yeah. And ultimately, I think we've forgotten that it's okay to win together.
Yeah, and it's okay to lose together. Yeah. You have to lose together in order to win together. I feel like a lot of black women, or just people, because I don't want to put all the weight on black women, but I feel like black women and black men are so much in competition, and they're so lost in the illusion of social media and trying to be somebody for people that don't know you, that as soon as they see, you gotta go back to work at that factory. I thought you was finna be a rapper, or I thought your podcast was finna take off. Baby, it's only been a year. Oh, well, that's too long. You know, woo. They all in other people's fake lives trying to live that lifestyle, not realizing that, okay, baby, why don't you help me build the podcast? Why don't you repost my stuff? You want me to blow up, but you ain't reposted. You ain't bought not one of my clothing items. You ain't supported nothing I got going on, but you confused when it ain't going. You know what I'm saying? You got to help me. We a team. If you really locked in, be locked in and help us succeed.
Yeah, we got a question up here.
Brother TR, Tyrone Roberts, my business partner, confidant, friend of over 25, 30 years, whatever. Great show. Some people do not realize lifestyle is not living, but the style that you want to live. We are too self-centered and don't have enough service that we offer to others. I think that's what the room is saying. Everybody.
Yeah, right. So, let's tell us about your yoga class.
Got you. Well, I have a friend named Juliana Singleton, who is a certified yoga instructor. She also is a certified Kundalini yoga instructor and a Ganja yoga instructor. And she was telling me that she wanted to get back into yoga. And if you're my friend and you tell me what you want to do, I'm like, all right, let's go do it. So we all right, let's go do it. So we started having full moon yogas at the beginning of the year to just give her more of an opportunity to do what she does. And what we found is we have a process where we actually set intentions before we do the yoga classes, and people have been really coming out of that practice even more centered on themselves. So again, Jam Good Living is really about creating things that support a good life. And I felt like yoga helped me regain my relationship with myself after having my son. And I also know that yoga is one of those things that, like, you gotta concentrate enough on your body, enough on your breathing to where your problems kind of get to the back of your head, so that they're not so frustrating. After your yoga class, you've kind of breathed in and around them so much so that there's more clarity that comes. So I really wanted to provide classes like that just to support other people in understanding their insides.
All right, so go back to another comment on the stream. Shout out to CJD. As a Caribbean descendant, it is socialization. There are gender wars too, but goals to succeed is still a collective effort. We hold each other accountable for the success or the failures of the family. Circling back to the conversation. Shout out to you.
Okay. Shout outs to you.
I would also say something about our family.
Okay.
And this is something that I've been trying to teach my son. Every single person on this earth is your family.
Yo.
Home is earth.
Yo. I gotta say something about that.
Come on.
Yo. I was listening to 19 Keys, man, dropping the knowledge, man. And the brother was saying that it ain't no such thing as, race. If you see another brown person that look like you and he or she over in Mexico, that's family. Blew my whole concept. You know what I'm saying? Because before when my daughter, when I teach her about my people and all that, right? So, I told her that she's black. My daughter's like, no, I'm not black. My skin is brown. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times you get the truth through the kids because the kids are more tapped in with spirit than us, So I had to revisit that and talk to my daughter again, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know what? I was wrong. Yes, your skin is brown. You know what I'm saying? If you see another brown person, that's your family. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, definitely. Facts, man.
I would even expand it. If you see any person. Any person. Now, it's just like, okay, if you have, like, a family that, like, was originally from someplace.
Yeah.
And then, like, the auntie and uncle that were rich, they moved to, like, New York. And then, so now all their kids have a New York accent. And then they kind of move like that. But then, like, the other cousin moved to Texas. And then, like, the other sibling maybe moved to California. And then they have a family reunion. And then everybody comes back, and then you got people who might, like, have dyed their hair blonde because they were living in some area, or done something different with their life because of where they lived. Same thing happened, but the son happened to do the difference.
You know what? And now I'm gonna expand on it even further.
I got you.
Because like I said, I went to college. I got my university degree, and I took a class called African Diaspora. Basically, what they talk about in there is at one time Earth was Pangea. It was all one continent.
Yes.
Africa was the center of it, but it was all one continent. Eventually, the tectonic plates split, and the Earth moved in different places. And some people migrated, some people stayed in Africa. Depending on where you are in comparison to the equator, basically just determines how much sunlight you get. A lot of Caucasians, a lot of white folks or lighter skinned people just went up in the mountains. They got caught up in them cold places, just like a polar bear. You can't compare a polar bear to a brown bear or a black bear.
They cousins.
They
though.
still bears, but this one don't get no melanin. He don't get no sun, so he don't have no need for melanin. So it's just life moves differently. We're not different people. It's like 3,000 species of cat. You know what I'm saying? It's 3,000 species of bird. Why are we so hung up on different types of humans?
Well, because they made it economic. They made it economic, and that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. But that means that because the economic structure of things have now decided how we relate as people, we need to play the economic game.
That's more so gang related. Like if people try to demonize gang stuff, but gang is just a team.
Yeah, it's a squad. It's a tribe.
Or
it's
a village.
people who
You know what I'm
recognize
saying?
the same
It's
thing.
the people that I grew up with and share my same traditions. We can't get confused in traditions and hate. Now, people that lived in ice caps and didn't have access to fruit trees and vegetables and herbs might be a little more savage than people that had herbs in abundance and fruits and vegetables in abundance. They had to go kill.
They
to eat.
had
to kill.
That
to
was
eat.
that was
That
their
was
survival.
their lifestyle. So of course they're gonna come down here and be real savage with the taxes and be real savage with X, Y, and Z. But we have to still stand on our square as people that came from descendants of abundance and show them abundant lifestyle. Show them that y'all did that crazy shit for like 600 years, but we still forgive you. We don't even care. You see black folks don't even care. They still in their minds like, oh, we have to stack up the money because they're gonna retaliate. We don't care. Give us love now, and we'll forgive all that. And that's what God is about. That's what real prosperity and real Christ-like living is about. Forgiving that past and moving forward.
I would say it has to start inside for us though first, because you said
Period.
show them. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest,
You
whenever
gotta show
we
yourself.
them, you know, it's an outside thing. But
Respect.
if we as a community understand that the family is everybody, but we gotta first be family with self. That way we have something to offer to our family at large. Like that's going to be the shift in our community.
Yeah.
If every person understands you are worthy, you were given something that we need. You are worthy. You were given something that we need. You are worthy. You were given something that we need. You are worthy, and we're given something that we need. Hey. See, and that's the thing. Like God has made us all individually, and there's something that you have in you that you're supposed to give us all. But if you're so caught up in looking at like where to fit in or where to like kind of belong without belonging to yourself first, you're gonna miss that. You're gonna miss what you have to offer everyone, and you're gonna miss how we can focus on family and it be about everybody getting to that place of abundance, because we recognize that the love is from within, so there's no limit to it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had a question though for Jessica. Okay, say Q has a business, big business, right? And you know him from, forever. And you were dating Q, right? And he has this big business, but he has not got it. He's been doing it 5-10 years. How long are you gonna wait on Q to get this big business before you be like, this ain't going nowhere, I'm out? Just for, because some girls will be down, some won't. Because everybody was talking about teamwork. And how long will you invest in a significant other vision?
Got you. Well, I will say this. As a creative consultant, I would be in day one. What do we need to do? What's going on? And if the success is inevitable, like we all know success is inevitable. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That is a fact. That is a fact. So if that's something that my boyfriend, my husband, or my significant other is concentrated on, well, then the success of it is inevitable, and the success of it is when we stop. Like, because that's what we're going for. And because my livelihood is around creatively exposing people and their businesses, we'd have events every month. We'd be pulling up content from all sorts of things. We'd be reiterating it. I would play the role that I can, the role that I love to play for him. He would be my first happiness coach. My happiness client, because I would make sure his mind is intact. And every day before he gets out the house, he knows that God has things planned for him specifically with his name on it.
I like that statement.
Yeah. Take it.
Specifically with my name
With
on
your
it.
name on it. With your name written right there on it. And think about what that does for you. Because now you're going to go look, and if it doesn't have your name on it, meaning that if it doesn't feel good, you won't go for it. You won't think it's yours. Because it doesn't have your name on it.
Oh, and I want to say this too, because I feel like a lot of people get caught up in jealousy and ego and competition, not realizing that you have a blessing with your name on it. I have a blessing with my name on it. You got a blessing with your name on it. You got a blessing with your name on it. You got a blessing with your name on it. There's no reason for me to be in competition because my blessing got my name on it. I don't got to worry about your blessing over there because it got your name on it. I can't even open your package.
Nope.
And I feel like so many people get hung up on competition when it don't even really exist. It's all in your mind. That's why you have to do the inner work. That's why the inner work is so important, because if you're not doing the inner work, you won't even realize that it's no reason for me to be in competition with you, because I got my own blessings lined up with my name on it, and you do too.
Exactly that.
Yes. Wayne, this question for Wayne. Do you feel like some people scared to invest in their significant other because they think once they get it, they're gonna leave them?
Yeah, I do feel like that happens. You know, yeah, I do feel like that happens, man. And what content, you know, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it happens both ways. Maybe a man afraid to invest in his significant other because he might be afraid when she gets popping, she gonna leave him. You know, vice versa, you know, woman invest in this guy, you know, get himself to look good, you know, he start dressing better, you know, other women start paying more attention to him, you know, because that's how it always happens, especially with women. A lot of women only want to date you when you're in a relationship or when you're married as a man, you know. But anyway, just to get off that. But
well, I mean, I can expound upon the fact that sometimes relationships allow for you to have a side of yourself that you can show only to certain people.
That's true.
And I mean, I'm not advocating for sidedom or
Sidedom.
Yeah, because you know what I mean. I'm not advocating for being anybody's side anything.
Yeah.
But I will say that in certain circumstances, having and giving permission to people who are willing to love you in ways that you need to be loved, even when or if they're not in the particular situation that you're in with, like that can help expound your life. That can help bridge gaps that you might not even have known were there because somebody now has introduced you to something new.
Ooh,
I think every
like
person that you meet is you getting to meet a new version of yourself. Literally, because now I'm interacting from a new vantage point because I'm now interacting with you for the first time and I am now new in that moment. Damn. But I'm also meeting you, who is another version of me in that moment.
Wow. Huey, yo, Huey, real quick, okay? Now we're getting to the director's cut.
Okay.
You was filming a project. You're filming a movie. What character will Jessica Ross play?
Oracle, goddammit.
Well, yeah. Hey, I definitely co-sign that.
Role, you know.
Taraji? Yeah, I see Taraji too.
Yeah, you know, type role. Yeah. Like she can get serious, dig in deep, and with like emotion. I can see her getting the character, like really bringing that emotion. So it'd be a role that have to have like emotion based, like you can feel her.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, with that right there, we'll go ahead and go on our break. Make sure you subscribe to The Vibe, man. We got Jessica A. Ross here, Jam Good Living, bringing the light, you know, being the Oracle in the Matrix right now. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe to her Vibe, man. Y'all stay tuned, man, because we ain't done yet talking some motivational shit. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Hey, it's your girl, Kay Chantel, your favorite one from Women in the Mic. I have a question. Do you own your own business and need advertising? Do you provide a service and want to increase your clientele? Well, bring your advertising needs to Yale, Radiocast.com. We are on Apple Podcasts, Pandora, and iHeartRadio. We offer graphic design, web design, and video services. So, not only can you grow your business with Yale Radiocast, you can also listen to the hottest independent artists. Go to YaleRadiocast.com and get the gold standard.
Coming at you live on Saturday mornings, The Male Review. Join me, Mark L., TR, Josh the Intern, and Dylan Yale. Come kick it with the leg, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. We out here doing extraordinary things. Find out how men really think, how the world looks through our eyes. We talk about all the things that affect males. Tune in and check us out on the Male Review, the gentlemen that are going to take you there from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. right here on YaleRadiocast.com. Get the business.
Hey man, what's up, man? It's your boy Pimp Slim, man.
Jum Be the Truth, co-host of Pimp Talk, YBDT, you heard?
Tune in to Pimp Talk, man. We just gonna give y'all a little flavor of what we got going on around here.
We bringing knowledge, we bringing inspiration, we bringing all that feel-good stuff that you may be lacking in your everyday life.
There are ways to try to reach out to these young people to change the world a little bit. Join your boy Pimp Slim, man. From 7 to 9.
Yale Radiocast and RTV every Monday, you heard?
You heard?
They doubted greatness when I told them I embodied it. Slick Rick the ruler, man, I'm on my lighty.
Yale Radiocast, the gold standard of online radio. We already bring you all hits all day, but this one right here is for my hip-hop heads. Tune in to Lyrical Exercise Radio. All bars, all day. You already know how we bringing it from the East Coast to the West Coast to down south and even international. Hip-hop ain't dead, it's right here on Yale Radiocast.
All right, man. We back with Motivational Shit Podcast. Let's get it, man.
Let's get it, man. We had a wonderful show, man. Great energy. Everybody seeing the light in everybody's eyes. You know, my boy Q, man. Fresh energy. Glad to have you on the show, man. We're bouncing off your energy, man. Respect. And I look forward to, moving forward and making history with you, man. And Jessica, man, appreciate you. Everything that you did today, like, you know what I'm saying? She looked at us and just, what did she say to us earlier?
Light in your eyes.
Light in your eyes.
Light in your eyes.
Yeah,
Sparkles.
Sparkles.
Stars.
We need to hear that. So, we definitely coming toward the end of the show. Get ready to close it out. Anything that you have coming up, let us know.
Got you. Well, I am doing a content pop-up museum, but I'm doing it in a more personal way. So I did one of these earlier, which is basically I bring together a whole lot of creative friends. I open up McPhail Studios for about 6 hours, and we come in and we shoot. I have makeup artists, I have photographers, I have other models coming in, and we're literally just going to come and create content. I've been working on my modeling portfolio for about 1.5 years now, and I'm ready to submit my stuff. And I know I need a couple more pictures with other people, so it not look like I'm just out there by myself. I'm magazine, 5 girls and all of our faces just on the screen, like that kind of thing. I'm trying to create that. Yeah. So tap in. Jam Good Living is my IG. McPhail Studios, spelled McPhailStudios, is the studio page. You can tap into there. I put my information there as well. And I want to just say thank you. Thank you so much for having this platform. Motivational shit. You know what I'm saying? It's the thing that people need, and it's also a conversation that I'm so excited that I got to be a part of. So thank you guys so very much.
Well, thank you. And T-shirts coming soon, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love it.
I appreciate you coming on with good energy, because like I said, this is my first time, shooting with you guys. I spoke to Wayne before. So you brung some motivational shit. Just your whole energy, your light, your locks, everything about your energy is a beautiful glow. It's great to see a queen doing her thing. Kudos to you and your king. That's a lucky guy. And your son that you're raising. I hope the best for y'all, man. Y'all keep doing your thing. And if you got any acting films, any movies, I'm trying to get my Denzel on. Tap me in. I want to work. No cap.
Done deal.
Wayne, what you got coming up, man?
Man, we
got. I know you always working.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Always putting the light out there, man. May 6th, man. Healing Havens, right? We got managing mental health. So me and my mentor Isaiah Zimmerman, who we had on our past episodes, we're gonna be leading the conversation talking about mental health, man. We also got the Bro You Good podcast. Tap into them. They on iHeartRadio. Good content in regards to mental health. And we're going to just talk about ways to manage mental health, man. It's a free event. Community, come out there and support, man. Got Dylan Yale on the cameras that's going to be recording the footage. And other than that, man, you know, we're also going to have some performances, poets. You know, we still looking for little singers and poets. So if you interest, shoot me a DM, right? But anyway, we're going to have some poets, you know, doing their thing, man. So, hey, tap into that.
I can pull up.
Oh, yeah, definitely pull up.
I do a little poetry. So
okay.
I can come in there and say a little something.
All right, then, Q. All right.
Right. We need your resume, sir. We need your resume.
I got you.
Multi-talented, multi-dimensional.
I love it.
Hey.
You know what I mean? We hitting every dimension. We not missing none, though. I'm gonna be everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the God in you, and I'm so proud that you are willing to express that, because that right there is exactly what you're supposed to do. You know, when God gave people talents, you were the one He gave 5, and I'm so glad that you're using your 5.
500.
Right, I got you. I'm with that. I am so with that.
Yo, so
and what's the word? Confidence.
Confidence.
Yeah, the word confidence, man. Yo, we're going to start using have confidence in yourself, man. And, yo, everybody, make sure y'all subscribe to the vibe of Jessica, man. Jam Good Living. Check out what she got going on. Check out her events. She's a burst of energy, a fellow light worker, bringing light to the highest intensity, raising up your frequency. That's it. Let's get it.
Let's
get
it.
Oh, I'm supposed to go out.
Yeah.
Yale Radiocast.com